alright, it seems back. So after that we can continue to doing this one. Make sure your avionics clear. Alright, we jump back to here. We need to close our cabin door. No, as a remember the baggage door oil, and then we close our that one. Left yoke we invisible first. This one we search for auto fuel selector, because otherwise we need to change that. Here it's quite quite complicated. Okay. Before we started, we call our checklist. I have no control, no way. Where's the checklist? Oh, that's objective. Release public. Alright. I don't have a checklist on hand, but just tell you normally what we do. We check everything is on board, and maintaining release. We need to sign if you are first one flying on the day. Alright, so we turn that to on, but make sure most of the time make sure your avionics off before you otherwise you run out the batteries really quickly. And then we do the fuel, and also we need to find a plumber, but I don't know what's the plumber in this area, so we need to get any information. Paddles, make sure that no more than 45 degrees, and then string air fuel. It's completed, and then we do the departure briefing. So we come to 300, and then we take the left turn and join the GPS to Tamworth. Okay, departure briefing is completed. Alright, so we can do the taxi. At this stage we need to change our frequency to call sign. Alright, to India, ready for taxi for for crosswind departure. Okay, you need to say Scone. Oh, sorry, it's a Scone traffic. Sorry, we are in Scone now, so not in Tamworth. So, Scone traffic, Alpha Zulu India. We do it again. Okay, Scone traffic, Alpha Zulu India, in GA parking, ready for taxi, and for runway 11, and then crosswind departure, Scone. At the end you need to say Scone, and then everyone know where you are. Sometimes like you are in Cessna and Macland, they use one frequency for your CTAF broadcasting, so that's why if you not clearly say where are you, so they will mix up you are in Macland or Cessna. So sometimes this will happen in Australia, most of the CTAF airport. Okay, we are ready to go now. So this guy can go now. I don't know. And alright, public off, and then remember your flap have be rechecked for takeoff. Okay. He's stuck again. Why? What's wrong with my... What's wrong with my... Jeez. He's stuck again. What the fuck? Seems that okay again. Right. Do a taxiing. Oh, hit the guy. Oh, she's the... Runway 11 should be on this way, so we before we are entering the one-way, we do another broadcasting again. So Scone traffic, Arrow Alpha Zulu India entering one-way and backtrack for one-way 11 Scone traffic. So you have to say your intention, and then we are going to 29er. Actually we can use a taxiway, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, we can backtrack on one way as well. Okay, enter the one way. You need to turn off your transponder and then landing line. Everyone know you are. So I forgot to do that check. And we are almost there. So just turn around and then line up the one way. Make sure you are in the center line. So right, we stop and do the final check, so everything's okay. Transponder on. Okay, we can take off now. And then full throttle. Scone traffic, Alpha Zulu India rolling active runway 11 for crosswind departure. Scone. Okay. We are airborne now, so at this stage you need to trim. Trim is really important for and then this one have we need to gear up. Make sure you are positive climb. And then after that one we can lean it to 25 and this one to 25 as well, and the fuel pump off, and then check the T's and P's are all green, and 1300 we can doing the left turn, but we need to check clear right, clear center and clear left. So we are start turning, and also on climb make sure you are not stalling, and then just head onto the horizon. That's okay. We come almost like we do a broadcasting for your already departure. Okay, so Scone traffic, Alpha Zulu India departing Scone, come passing 2,200 for 4,500 outbound check 350 Scone. So you say you are depart already, and then what's your intention and what's your outbound check. So that's what you need to do in the CTAF airport. Alright, so because this one is quite hard to maintain it, so I turn the autopilot on, and then this one off first, and then we take to the visibility on. And this one is make sure in GPS mode. So we're still climbing, but seems the cloud base is pretty low, so depends on what altitude we can passing. If the passing is not that, we might just 4,500 is what we expect on that altitude. And you can see these have another airstrip, so sometimes the glider or an aircraft might take off from this way. So at this stage you need to keep good look around, make sure left, right are clear. Okay, almost our altitude is 4,000, and then because we might just that a little bit to 2,400. Yeah, and an extra we trim a little bit and see the trim is working, and we disconnect first. We accelerate everything under our control, so sometimes we are not in the VFR condition right now. We might descend a little bit, but anyway, so we are in flight sim. That's why it might doesn't really matter in the car. And I get the autopilot on as well. Still climbing, so we can see the GPS. We have another 32 minutes, so we are going to Tamworth. YSTM VFR. So we just check some information about the Tamworth first. Tamworth will have a 2 one-way, but we assume use the one-way 1-2 left, because you use one-way 1-1 for our departure, so we assume use a 1-2 left for our arrival. That is the longest one way, is more safety for us. So the elevation is 1335, so assume 1,400 elevation. So we need to descend to, in the real world, the Tamworth is a controlled airspace. So before we get entering the Car Charlie airspace, we need to get a clearance first. But today we just demonstration like as a C-type airport. Now next time I need to change the livery for this Australian registration. See, it's so bumpy, like you know, the real aircraft in the cloudy area, turbulence, and also you can see there's a lot of the small hills or small mountain here. At that case, you are not really flying that high, so you really bumpy from the airflow. So in the real world we can't fly today for VFR. Definitely we might just fly for IFR, and we keep climbing because the aircraft is not really stable. Now it's a 4,500 is what we expect, but have some turbulence, so we can't really control. Ha 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 ha! Hello Tango Whiskey. 竟然有人睇我啊！咁好嘢Vaccine ATC from Hong Kong controller is watching my live streaming at this stage. Cool.屌前面係咪有山啊？我好似會撞山喎。Okay, because we see a mountain in front of us, we might just climb a little bit higher. Try to avoid our crash. And then I disconnect the autopilot already. And then, because now already 5,500. What's going on? Seems like not calming at all, but my nose altitude already pretty high. It's abnormal, you know. That's a IFR. You need to only charge your instrument. It's not outside. At outside I think I'm pretty high, but yeah, not really true. So we climb a little bit. Yeah, still in almost 90 knots, so should be not stalling. Keep manually to keep your high nose altitude to passing, get some high. Alright, we have 6,500, so I'm pretty sure we could pass the and then we need to back to our check because we are off check already. So at this stage I will contact the connect the autopilot, then to fly. Fuck, it's really bumpy. I can't see anything at all. Before I use the live stream, the live weather should check the weather before I fly. Be a responsibility. It's really bumpy. Almost like 7,000 feet. Another 45 nautical miles to Tamworth. If the passenger on board should be sick, you need to get an air sickness bag on board every time in case any passenger will sick. I think the pilots won't be sick because he's really concentrated to control the aircraft, but the passenger might, oh, I want to vomiting. Oh, YouTube.